Talk about carnage, am I right? I'm lucky I got out of that match with my limbs intact. Today's shark is a ferocious man-eating menace. He made a serious splash with some ruthless moves. Players the world over have got to be shaken in their boots. Something tells me this beast is about to upset the QB food chain. Better start swimming. Congratulations to you, sir, for an incredible match. Though we found the canyon's resident shark, the fun never ends on this show. Stay tuned because we've got more coming your way.
It is to understand the cycle that...
Look who it is, folks! Our favorite card shark is back. Is this apex predator still feeling a mite peckish? Feeling camera shy already? Well, don't you worry. We'll be here when you've found your courage.
Through the practice of mindful breathing, tap into the flow of the planet's spiritual energy and bring it within you all, planet's thoughts and memories. Visualize the energy entering into your lungs.
Let the voice rise up and wash over you, that it may guide your steps on the path to enlightenment. Don't be afraid. Relax and give yourself over to the planet.
Sorrow is not a burden.
Fancy running into you here. Say, how about I get a shot of you giving thanks to the planet? The beauty of this place is unreal. Pictures can't do it justice. Wonders such as these have to be experienced in person. I want to believe I can capture this magic. I'm looking for spots with a spiritual feel, if you know any.
One must exit. This wonderful planet is always watching over us, ever keeping calamity at bay. If people everywhere resolved to not take her bounty for granted and offered up prayers of gratitude,
Souls in waiting are returned to the planet through the River of Lights. It serves as both an ending and a new beginning.
Not so fast. Sorry, but visitors aren't allowed in here. You see, this is where we keep all our valuables. Not so fast. You see, this is where we keep all our valuables. Not so fast. You see, this is where we keep all our valuables. Not so fast. Sorry, but visitors aren't allowed in here. You see, this is where we keep all our valuables.
Only those who have the key, as well as fellow Bugenhagen's permission, are allowed inside.
If we've anything to fear, it is not our fellow man, nor any creature big or small, with whom we share our home. It is that which comes from beyond the confines of this world. That which disrupts the natural order. The other which may attempt to claim and consume the planet. And so I bid you, her children, to join hands and come together. For united, we shall never succumb to fear of celestial calamity.
Oh, these are the friends I was talking about.
Thank you for looking after Malmaki. My name is Bugenhagen. I teach planetology here in the canyon. One could say I know a thing or two about our world.
A thing or two? I doubt there's a thing or two you don't know about it.
Well, it might seem that way to a child like yourself.
I'm not a child anymore. I'm 48.
40 what?
Nanaki here has a long life ahead of him. In human terms, I would say he's about 15 or 16 years old.
That's more than old enough. I can protect our Vale and everyone in it. Which is more than I can say for my good-for-nothing father.
Speaking of the members of our little community, have you announced your return to one and all, Nanaki?
Not yet. Be right back.
But where are my manners? Please, come in and have a look around.
We've all been worried sick about Nanaki, fellow Bugenhagen chiefly among us.
Nanaki never had much exposure to the outside world. I can only hope his travels with you have served to enlighten him. They are essential to my studies of the planet. Anarchy never had much exposure to the outside world. Oh, they are essential to my studies of the...
We've all been worried sick about Nanaki, fellow Bugenhagen chief.
I never thought you could become even more enchanting. And yet, it's like you're singing to me of the planet's wisdom. Don't you worry, my dear. I'll find a way to bring out the full depths of your beauty. Cross my heart.
While that may appear to be little more than a glistening mineral at a glance, it is in fact a crystallized collection of our planet's memories.
Become even more enchanting. And yet, it's like you're singing to me of the planet's wisdom. Don't you worry, my dear.
Whoa, whoa! Those devices are testing the pull of gravity. That's a scale model of our planet and the surrounding stars. One could say the dust it's collected represents the people who live upon it. That records fluctuations in various energies. I must ask that you handle it with care. It's a rather delicate device, you see.
I never thought you could become even more enchanting. And yet, it's like you're... You recognize that little scamp? I'll have you know that in his childhood, Nanaki was quite a handful. That is one of the first Mako detectors ever built. Though I suspect it can't detect much now. Anarchy never had much exposure to the outside world. I can only hope his travels with you have served to enlighten him. That right there is a type of a current generator.
It harnesses the power of the wind to produce new air flows of its own. Perhaps you've encountered them before during your travels. Let's not be hasty. I'll show you that room later.
The lights we observe here have traveled to us from the far reaches of time and space. To gaze at the stars is to gaze into their past, what they once were, eons ago.
Can't say I'm all that interested in the future, but that's just how we're wired. Humans can't help but fixate on the past, on what used to be.
Nothing is as beautifully complex as the cosmos.
Mind your manners in front of fellow Bugenhagen.
You won't find a larger telescope on the planet. With it, you can see to the edge of the galaxy. There's no better view of the stars than through this scope. But the lens could do with some cleaning. My apologies.
The lights we observe here have traveled to us from the far reaches of time and space. To gaze at the stars is to gaze into their past, what they once were, eons ago.
Can't say I'm all that interested in the future, but that's just how we're wired. Humans can't help but fixate on the past.
That again, huh?
That's...
The planet crying out. A sorrowful dirge indeed. One I've heard all too often of late. This tubing allows us on the surface to hear the inner voice of the planet.
What we just heard didn't come from the planet, though. That was definitely the voice of a weapon.
You seem awfully sure of yourself, miss.
Because we saw them, with our own eyes. 2, in the Corel and Gungaga reactors. They were loud and huge.
A fascinating account, were it true. However, such grand delusions could be a sign of Mako poisoning. Do see a doctor.
Excuse me?
Oh. Yes. That would do them some good. Judging from everything you've said, the 3 of you are unfamiliar with basic planetology. But it is never too late to learn. Please, come with me. I present to you our planetarium. While the Shinra building features the latest iteration, this particular one is my original design. Now then, without further ado,
Wow.
this is only the beginning.
A shooting star!
Planetology is not simply the study of the cosmos and the celestial bodies that dwell in it. Rather, it is a quest to comprehend the cyclical nature of life. Behold, the planet we call home. It was from its soil, so teeming with life, that mankind was born. And like all living things, man is fated to die. So, what happens next? The body withers and returns to the planet. But what of the mind, the spirit, the soul? Much like its former vessel, it too returns whence it came. To the great river where all intertwine and circle the planet without end. A cycle of continuous convergence and divergence. The ceaseless ebb and flow that is the life stream. an apt name, though it is as much a reservoir as it is a stream, being the sum of the planet's spiritual energy. It is the very essence of our star, the blood coursing through its planetary veins. And if ever that essence were to be entirely depleted, of course, these are but basic principles of planetology.
So you're saying that Mako is spiritual energy, which we're using up?
Just so. Siphoned from the planet and processed for industry, that energy can no longer fulfill its true purpose. It is fated to fuel man's machinery, then fade away.
Okay, but does it actually fade away? I mean, what if it doesn't? What if it just returns to the life stream in a different form? Is that possible?
A novel theory, suggestive of a lack of understanding. However, that can be overcome with time and education.
You rang?
Please escort this young lady to our seminar room, would you?
Right this way. Okay.
Hey, can I come?